my thing to start, and it has. Right, so, well, hello, good morning, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Dewp, in DWP. I am the server's local soundboard, and yes, I do have a lower pitched voice at the moment, don't worry about why. It's just how it is at the moment. I am going to be playing Eeny Mighty Mo. Three-headed morons. You know them. You might love them. Most people kind of find them a bit of a pain in the rear, but you know what? They're doing their best. But hey, would my wonderful partner in crime today, the one that the pain may be inflicted upon, would they like to tell people who they are and who they're playing today?
Hi, I'm Babble, and I'm gonna be playing good old Puppy Grandma. And honestly, she adores E. Eminem, and I also adore Dew and E. Eminem. So you know what? This is gonna be a fun time.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. Pubby's good. Big Puppy Grammar is very good, and I have been. So I've been waiting to play with you, and things have been busy for both of us. But we finally wiggled time to be able to get this FPS out. So
Yes.
I did. Got to start this game with a few rolls because let me see. Let's go number one. Cool. That is a 15. So that is 13 plus 2. Right, so they got a 15 on their survival. Because at the moment, Eeny Mighty Mo, they're kind of trying to find out where TOC and Juniper lives. Because they last time they met TOC, which was I can't remember what the name of the FPS is at the moment, but there were books involved and lots of chase scenes and shenanigans. It was fantastic and a bit soft at the end. But at the end, they kind of discovered that TOC lives with Juniper. And they realised, oh, hey, we haven't stopped by and seen Juniper for a while. So, they have lovely drawn themselves a survival to see if they can find out where Juniper's building is. And I would say with a 15, it takes a bit of bickering, like, no, we're not supposed to be going this way. Oh, well, how will you know? It's a city sourcescape. Fellas, would you shut up and just let me navigate as they kind of go around. Um, Eventually, they just kind of stop themselves outside of what looks to be a mechanical shop. And they kind of just look up and they see at the top of this rooftop shop there seems to be a garden, and I'm gonna roll a quick history here. What is your history anyway? That is a 9. Okay. 9 plus what here, lads? No, that's just a straight 9. They're not quite sure. They're not quite sure if they remember if this is anything to do with TOC. But the building is decently height. I would say it's. Would you say the building is slightly higher than the buildings around them, or is it just like a same old kind of height?
Ah, God. All right. I think.
Sorry.
I think it's probably shorter than the other buildings. It's only 2 stories.
Okay. Alright, okay. They are probably going to try and climb up the side of this thing then. Just to like, use that as a stepping stone to get onto another building. And let me roll. What have I got for you? Acrobatics it'll be then. Let's do this. Oh, okay. Physical dice are bullying them at the moment. That's a 7. I should probably post that, shouldn't I, huh? So that's 7. 9. So that's a 16 though. That's decent. So they just kind of find themselves a fire escape, and instead of going up it the normal way, like you go up the stairs, they kind of just jump from one landing to another on the outside, and they. I'm not even going to roll stealth. They make a clattering noise as they go up the side of this fucking staircase and then make their way up to the roof. It's just like as they climb up. And do kind of just yeet themselves onto the rooftop. And I probably should roll a perception and see what they can find here. 13 plus 2, that's a 15. Ooh. Right, 15. Have a look around, and it's probably just a rooftop garden. I don't know how much Author has told you about what the garden looks like, Babble. If you have anything here to fill in.
I do know that there is like a greenhouse made of glass on the rooftop. There's like small kind of farm plots and things like that. I also know that there's a fuck ton of flowers.
There's a fuck ton of flowers.
Outside of that, I honestly don't remember. After building it, for the most part, like, and for TOC, Juniper let TOC go ham on what they wanted to do with it.
And they are very valid in that, because I don't think gardening is quite Juniper's green thumb. They've got more of an oiled thumb than a green thumb. So this might not just be their area of expertise. But Eeny, Money, and Mo kind of have a sniff around, and they're not being very quiet at all. They're just kind of being like, so how are we going to get to one of the other buildings? You know, we kind of need a better view to know where we're going.
Well, obviously, Mo, we just kind of, you know, do what we did over there and do a kick jump. Look, if you just jump over there, we do a kick jump. No, that's not going to work. We can't kick jump off of that. Are you kidding me? We're going to break our necks. Oh, please. It's not like it hasn't happened before.
Yeah, it's not like a conk of the head's going to do much to us anyway. And I suppose I should ask Juniper to roll a perception, please.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Roll a 1d3 to see where she is. Okay, she is down in her shop at the moment. Okay. So it's going to be difficult for her to hear. I mean, that's not bad. I'm not going to roll it at disadvantage, because I don't trust Dice Parser.
Maybe if we roll at disadvantage, they will just keep missing each other constantly.
That might be actually really funny.
Could be. I mean, if that's what we want to do, we could do that.
I'm going to do it this once, and then we can just let it be funny.
Yes. Yeah, that's an no, it's not an at one, that's a 4. Oh. Hear nothing. Cool. Okay, so you hear... Somehow, you do not hear the clanging going up the side of this building. Probably because you're, like, working on a project of some sort, down in your shop. Like, last-minute repair of the day kind of thing. But yeah, Eeny, Money, Mo are just kind of hanging out on the roof. They're looking at all these flowers. And I'm going to roll them... Gosh, should I roll you intelligence or history here? I'm probably going to roll you history because... Oh, I should have added a +1 to that because you've got track of your trades. And that's a 4. That is, in fact, a 4 for a history. Well done, lads. You don't remember anything about TOC's gardening habits or kind of the books they picked up at the last place you met them. It's just a rooftop of stuff. Cool. Okay. So, they are busy bickering with each other. They do not know how to proceed from here. Because if they look at all the buildings surrounding this building, there isn't actually a good foothold to, get onto the top of these places to find where TOC and Juniper live. They just don't know. They can't get there. Even they think they wouldn't be able to get on top of those, which is saying something for these three. So they're just gonna kind of...
Well, I mean, we could climb back down.
Yeah, we could climb back down, but, I mean...
we've come up all this way. We could just, have a little, Eeny, mate, no, we're not doing this.
Eeny, this stuff ain't ours.
Well, yes, no, it's not ours, I know that, but it's technically in the free air, isn't it? Eeny, we are not stealing some flowers.
Oh, no, of course we're not stealing the flowers.
Yeah,
I mean, he's not after the flowers, is he?
Do you think there's actually food up here?
I mean, and Dini says that, you just hear a, oh. And Dini looks down at the portion of his chest that his neck connects to, and he looks back to the other two and says, well, apparently there is some food up here, so if you don't mind, and with a twist, and the other two just go, hey! Hey! As Eni kind of stomps off, and gosh, can't believe we're doing this, lads. He's probably just gonna go romp through, he's gonna go romp through the flower beds to try and find, because I feel like I remember hearing Arthur discuss that they had like potatoes and little things up here. I could be wrong, and I could just be accidentally digging up stuff that is not food.
That's fair as heck. And you know what? I have something that might help.
Oh, okay. While you're doing that, I'm just gonna roll this. How do you have no pluses to nature? Okay, well you get a +1 anyway because of jackfruit trades. That's a 15. No, that's
Binkie.
a 1, not.
Binkie, my darling child, please open up. There we go.
Oh, Binkie's here.
Binkie is home, yeah. Binkie is a baby.
Binkie is lovely, baby. I love them so much.
Binkie also has better hearing than their mom.
That's good. Please, Pubby, please find them. Find these morons on your rooftop.
I'm gonna give her advantage because she's so used to this.
Please.
She is always on the lookout.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, that's better.
here we go.
Okay. Oh, Binkie. Wonderful little lovely baby Binkie. You hear a thump, 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 thump on your rooftop. And then you hear what sounds like 3 voices on the rooftop. And, oh no, hang on. That's not supposed to be there. There's only 1 voice that's supposed to be up there. Or maybe 2, but the one of them is downstairs. Hey, you should probably go check that out, huh?
Let me show a picture of Binkie because they're just very quietly, as you please.
Yes, please. Binkie art is so lovely. They are such a cute little baby. It's such a baby, I love them. I hold them so softly. Good puppy.
+1, they are rolling stealth. That is a 17 in stealth. Despite being a metal puppy, she is very quiet.
Well, I guess she's activated her stealth mode and she's just very quietly creeping up to the rooftop where the other 3 are, and I'm going to roll perception at disadvantage because of course they are still bickering, and of course Eni, despite the fact that he felt his stomach a rumbling, is looking through these flower beds and he just can't seem to find any food. And the other 2 are just like,
Eni, mate, look, there's nothing up here. There's not going to be any food. Just because your stomach's rumbling doesn't mean there's food about it.
well, of course it does. There always does that when there's food around, you know it. Yeah, well, actually, I mean, do you remember the last time it kind of rumbled like that? That was different, and a different circumstance completely, and you can't hold that against me.
Actually, we kind of can.
Well, I mean, at least it warned us that the thing wasn't a thing that we thought it was. And whilst they're doing that, okay, that is a perception, so that's a 6 with, so that's an 8. Can you get lower than that, lads? Yeah, no, you can't. So it's an 8. So that's a 6 plus 2. Come here, please. Let me type. Yeah. So they're too busy bickering to notice you, baby.
All right, let me look at her spells real quick.
No. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh no.
So fun thing about Binkie. I apparently, oh, you know what? She has prestidigitation. I forgot about that. He who?
Oh. Anywho, I mean, prestidigitation is always a fun one.
Binkie has a built-in alarm system.
Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Please
So,
do explain to me how this alarm system goes.
basically speaking, she opens her mouth, which of course that means the Binkie falls out of her mouth, but she's 2, so she doesn't care. And
Yes, good.
and she starts screaming, which
Oh.
it sounds a lot like a submarine. Panic button.
Oh my gosh. Just a ding.
Oh no. Oh no, you know the emergency alarm on a submarine? That eh.
Oh.
It's that.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to make a quick save then, aren't I? Yes, I am.
And now you also
Glad
feel
I
a
got that one.
rumbling. Because if Binkie's sounding the alarm, that means Mama's coming.
Oh. Well, they didn't get a nat one. They got a dirty one. You sound this alarm and they do not hear you until you do. And you just go, "Mah, mah," and these 3 just jump into the air. Like the fur and fluff all around their body and their ruffs just stick straight up, and you just hear as they kind of jump in the air. And they are gonna do something on reflex because they have been trained to do this on reflex. Oh, that's good, thank you.
That's fair.
Oh, so you see Eni and Mo shove, which is the left and the right heads, shove their heads very quickly into the ruffs around at the base of their necks, pull out 2 short swords, and turn towards where Binkie is. And Miney is just Miney is just what the pick are you? How did you get in? Why are you screaming at us? And they are in battle mode at the moment.
Well, you see that Binkie is pretty much on all 4s. That tail has extended and is blinking red. And so are her ears, which are pointed forward, basically pointing at you as she is sounding this alarm.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll something for her because you are pointing this at a 2-year-old child.
Yes. Can I also roll something? Because this isn't Binkie's first appearance before then, is it?
No, it is not.
Oh. Okay.
That's
Come
a
on,
10.
lads, don't let me down.
Oh.
It's also a 10 plus 1, which is an 11.
That was a wisdom save for Binkie. This isn't anything unusual for them, but they do. I'm gonna assume that they do recognize, or Binkie is they, she, but I'm just saying they at this point. Binkie does
She's
recognize EM&M. And so that's why she got a 10, is because fuck, what? Hold on. I know you. I thought we were chill. There's the slightest hesitation, but she is standing her ground.
Okay. I rolled an 11. So Eni and Miney are very damn well prepared to kind of advance towards this strange little bot creature, and then Mo kind of tilts his head, and I mean, he doesn't have eyes, so he can't squint at this. But oh, I don't like that roll. I do not like that roll.
Okay, you shouldn't like that roll, cause that's a 0. That's a dirty 0.
Oh.
That was a dex. That was an acrobatics for Grandma Pubby to see how fast she was gonna be able to get up the stairs.
Oh no.
That's
Oh,
a fucking 0. You hear like a bark and then more shaking of the building.
Oh no.
And then a yelp.
Oh.
When it stops.
Oh no. Oh. Well, Mo has dropped, has kind of dropped his sword onto the floor, or not dropped it, he's like lowered his head down and popped his sword on the floor and then popped one of their feet on top of it. Eenie and Miney are just kind of giving a side eye, like, what the hell are you doing, bro? And Mo's just like, hang on a second, fellas, you recognise that little pupper?
Why should we? Don't talk with your mouth full, Eenie, at least put it down.
And Einie's just gonna roll his eyes and pop his short sword back into his ruff and pop it back out saying, well, I'm saying is, what do you mean we should recognise this, whatever it is? And he gestures with the other foot. Mo replies, well, don't you remember this, little pupper, when we were at the museum?
At the museum? What do you mean we were at the museum?
Yeah, they took the little, and Mo starts to kind of, his voice starts to wibble a little. And they took the little fellow, I remember, in the pot, to the, to the clinic place thing. And Eenie and Miney just kind of blink, and there's like a dot, dot, dot above each one of their heads. Before, ding!
Oh, yeah, you're the dog that took the Uzi thing, didn't you?
Yes, the strange paint thing. Oh, right, okay. All right, okay, I suppose. Wait a minute, actually, hang on, isn't this one of Juniper's?
Wait, if this is Juniper's,
I'm saying this was Juniper.
we got the right building, fellas.
Oh, we're brilliant. Oh, we're really good.
Oh, mate, listen, we are fantastic rangers. We didn't even try here, lads.
And Mo picks up his sword, puts it back in his ruff, and there's just like a chuckling coming from all three of them. And they make their way over towards Binkie, and just go like,
no, we're sorry for drawing the swords. It's all right. You can drop your guard now.
Yeah, we didn't mean like, startle you or anything like that. Yes, no, it's fine. It's we're actually sort of here to see, the people living here. So, and they just do a whole body shrug. Drop your guard, I suppose.
In the midst of you guys talking, they have dropped their guard, and, they don't look all that comfortable, but it's not anything that Eenie, Miney, and Mo did. Their eyes, if you look at their eyes, there's something going on with them, like calculations and things like that. And, you see the symbol of stairs and then a Pubby in, like, silhouette.
Ooh. Okay.
She knows.
These three. I'm so tempted to roll intelligence, but they do have a -1. Oh. You know what? I'm gonna do it, and if they fail, Babble, you're gonna have to strong arm them. That is a 9 + 1. No, that's a 9 - 1. That's an 8. So
Okay.
they just kind of squint at you, and they can tell you're trying to tell them something, but you're also a weird-looking, built mechanical dog. They don't know what that means.
There is the most panicked just stare, and then her nose lights up, which you don't think it should normally do, but it is.
Oh.
And there's like a mini projector, and it shows an animation of a silhouette of a Pubby falling down the stairs.
I'm not gonna roll intelligence because if they get a nat 1, I'm gonna die. Okay. They look at that and they kind of just squint, or at least Eenie and Miney squint, and then they look behind them, towards the open doorway, the open stairwell leading down, and Mo says, "Fellas, what you seeing, fellas? What's going on?"
I think we might need to
Actually, sort of, maybe get down there, and they just absent-mindedly start trotting over towards the staircase, and all three heads just go boop 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 and stick their heads through the doorway just to peer down the staircase and do that little quick search around to see if they can see anything.
Okie dokie. Well, it's just a stairway down, for one. Let me see how well Puppy Grandma is doing.
Ooh.
And this is at disadvantage.
Oh no.
She got...
Oh, I just like that. That was a 1-7.
It didn't.
Oh, you don't have to add the other exclamation mark, I don't believe.
Ah, I did not know this.
But you're valid and I pet you.
Alright, so that's a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you see Juniper on the floor at the bottom of the stairs.
You hear and see the solid snake alarm go twing above their heads as they see Juniper at the bottom of the stairs. Like, I pick Juniper, fellas, we got a man down. Hurry up then. And they just they put their head down the stairs. And they're gonna. Ooh, go ahead.
She is awake. She's just. And she is moving. You can tell that at the very least. But man, does she look like she's in pain.
I am rolling a medicine quickly. That is a 7 plus 2. That is a 9. They don't think you're dying, but they don't know what's wrong with you.
Understandable. Have a nice...
Please. Oh, lads, please. I mean, they can clearly see something's wrong. So they just kind of crouch next to your heads. They don't touch you, because, again, they don't know what's wrong with you. And just say, Juniper, can you hear us? Can you respond to us at all?
I can respond just fine. And she's kind of, like, on her stomach now, like, kind of in an army crawl kind of way.
Right. Okay. Can I roll an insight to see if picking her up would be a good idea?
I think with, like, a 9, you can probably tell that it has to do with her lower body.
Right, okay.
Picking her up, probably not the best idea.
Okay,
At least not without something to help with that. Binkie is coming down as she's trying to ask, like, where's, Binkie? And Binkie is staying right in front of her, where Juniper can see her.
Oh, okay. Eeny and miny and mo. Oh, gosh. This is not the direction I expected this to turn.
This is not the direction that I expected this to turn. Damn.
Wow.
That's a 24. Binkie knows exactly what's wrong and is doing calculations in her head.
Good puppy.
She is kind of built for this, so it makes sense.
Good.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see, Pubby. Plus your spellcasting ability. Well, then it's just a D8 because, honey, you have a -4 in charisma. Wait, no, you have a 3. You have a 4 in charisma, which is a -3, and I'm not doing that to you.
Nice. Oh.
That one. Okay, so she heals for 1 HP, but that doesn't solve the problem.
Cool, okay. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I need to see what the hell did you do here, man?
She tries. Poor Binkie. She, like, smacks Juniper's nose with, like, a little play hammer. There's, like, the +1 in green that bounces off.
Yeah.
Which
oh my gosh, poor baby.
Juniper does look tiredly and in pain, but she still smiles at Binkie. Binkie's trying, and poor Binkie baby just looks so sad because it's not helping.
Binkie is doing their best, and I love them. And in fact, they look at Binkie, Eeny, Miny, Mo look at Binkie, see what they've done, given her a quick bonk, they're like,
Oh yeah, we can use cure wounds, can't we?
yeah, that might have been a good idea from the start, actually. Yeah, actually, let's do that. And they're gonna cast Cure Wounds on you, so they're just gonna lightly reach forward with each of their beaks and bonk, bonk, bonk you on the nose. And let's see, a D8 plus my spell mod. So that is. What's my spell mod on you, hey? Hey. What's my spell mod on you? I sure would like it if it told me. Okay, +2. Right, so that's a D8. Where's my D8? There you are. Come on, lads. 5 plus 2, 7 HP.
Alright, so that's 8 healed. You can see her, like, start generally moving some of, like, one of her legs. But it does crack.
Oof. Okay.
This is what happens when you get old. Don't get old. She's trying so hard to be funny.
My gosh, okay, at that, they're gonna kind of look at each other and then look back down at Juniper, and they're just gonna hear you're gonna hear like a
Right, okay. So, Binkie.
and Miney turns to Binkie.
Binkie, if you know there's anything downstairs or whatever that can help Juniper out, you go get that for us, alright?
Yeah, we'll take care of her from here. We've got this. And once again, they're gonna cast Cure Wounds, but at 2nd level. So that's 2d8 plus 2. So 4.
Alright. Juniper is going to roll an intelligence to see if she understands.
Take 14 healing damage.
I love that term, healing damage.
They once again bonk you on the nose, but with the bonking, it's like Eeny bonks the nose. Miney kind of like squicks the nose like a, and then Mo just kind of sticks the end of his beak on the top of your nose and wiggles it about. Like, you know, you can put the top of your, like, you can put your finger on the top of a dog's nose and then just wiggle it about a little bit. That's what Mo does. And that heals you for 14 HP.
God bless them. I love them so much.
Your snoot's been booped 3 times over.
Her snoot has been booped so much. And I think now she's able to sit up. And Binkie has gone into the apartment and comes back out with a rollator, which has, like, a seat on it.
Nice.
And Binkie is
Nice.
pushing it forward. It's basically like a taller walker.
Yeah.
With wheels. So, Juniper, let's see. I'm gonna have her make...
If she's trying to grab the walker, can I give advantage?
Yeah.
Because Eeny, Miny, and Mo, if they're going to see her try and reach for it, they're just going to use their Nexus supports for her to get up. They're like,
Alright, easy girl, come on then.
yeah, let's get you up, mate, get you back home. Well, one of us will make you a cup of tea. It's probably going to be Miney, because I can't make tea very well.
Well, I mean, you do a better job than Mo.
What do you mean it does a better job than me? I'm a brilliant cook. And they just utter at each other.
God bless them. Alright, this is 17! Yes! So she pulls herself up with Eeny, Miny, and Mo's help. And she takes a seat on the rollator because, And Binkie is going to push her into the apartment. And you're free to follow her. Like, come on in, guys. And also, thank you very much. I have some cookies on the counter.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
I mean, we kind of sort of popping by anyway.
Yes, of course. It's not a problem at all.
And I'm
Oh?
gonna roll roll something here. Where are your stats? Because I moved down for your cure wounds. I'm gonna roll that one. It's a 13 plus 18 for performance. As they kind of strut through the apartment door, you kind of get like a weird illusion of a breeze almost as they step through, and there's like a weird shine coming from the window, and they stand very heroically in the straddle of your doorway, head fixed like in 3 different directions, standing very heroically.
God bless them.
Drama King is your honor.
I love them so much. Make me perception. I always make people make perception when they enter the apartment, because
Oh yes, please do, lads. That's an if it was a 19, no, it was a 16 plus 2, that's an 18.
Hee-hoo.
Ooh.
So what you see when you get into the apartment is it is quite very much so a small apartment. Pretty packed, so to speak, but also cozy. There is the kitchen over to your right immediately when you get into the door. There's like the little mini table that you can put your keys on when you enter in front, up against a wall. And
Nice.
behind the bars and the bar stool, there's like a couch. And on top of what seems to be an old vinyl radio player cabinet is the really old TV.
Nice. Okay.
Everything here is from the era in which she grew up in, which I don't know if Eenie, Meenie, and Mo remember, but she is 75.
I'm gonna roll an intelligence to see if they know what a TV is. This is a 14 minus 1, it's a 13. They've heard of TVs. Never probably seen one before, but they've heard of them. They've heard that it's a strange way of getting like news across on occasions without using like newspapers, which is weird for them because newspapers are so much reliable. Why would you rely on a box that can't move when you can just take a newspaper anywhere? Like, you know, why would you do that? But yeah, they don't judge. It's whatever. It's whatever. But yeah, they kind of have a look around, see all this. Their main priority, though, is obviously making sure Juniper's okay. So I don't know where has Juniper gone into like the living room sort of area?
Yeah, it's not really that far away from the entrance, and definitely not from the kitchen. And she has transferred from her rollator to the couch, which is a really old but really well taken care of and incredibly comfy couch.
Oh, love couches like that, man. The ones that have just been sat in for like years and years, and you know they're going to be comfy the minute you sit on them because so many butts have worn that thing down. So they're going to do that. They're not going to head over towards the couch. They're going to head straight towards the kitchen. And you're going to hear over your shoulder, you're going to hear Miney shout, Juniper, do you want a cup of tea while we're in here? And you can also roll perception for me. I'm going to roll this. That is a nat 20. Are you kidding me, guys? That's a 29. What the hell?
So,
This?
I think I'm good on the tea. I've had a lot of tea today, and I need to be able to sleep tonight. But you guys are free to have some if you want. Oh, where'd you go? What?
Okay.
Where'd you go?
So that 20 plus 9 was not for them to disappear. That was for them to be quiet whilst they were talking. And they got a nat 20. Somehow these three got a nat 20 on shutting up. I don't know how. Don't ask me. But I guess they just somehow mastered this silent communication instead of actual talking as they went into the kitchen. Um, you just see like a head peek around the corner, and this time it's Eenie, and he said, "Well, I don't know quite. Obviously, you don't want tea, but do you want like herbal teas or like a steep tea?
I think we have some, herbs in our space. We can mix them up for you.
Yeah, we know a few things and new tricks about making tasty things on the road. So if you want some." And you do hear like a clattering and a clacking and of a power drill. You don't know why, but don't worry about that.
Oh, there's all kinds of tools that Juniper just keeps in the kitchen for some weird reason.
I just imagine she has like a cutlery drawer, and then just one of them is just full of screwdrivers.
Yeah. Screwdrivers, maybe a chainsaw, don't worry. It's fine.
H's, all sorts. No normal shit.
You know, normal things that you would have in a kitchen.
Absolutely.
But she shakes her head. No, I'm good though. Thank you. Like I said though, feel free to help yourselves. TOC won't be home until later tonight. But they should be home.
All right.
Go ahead, sorry. When should they be home? Where's the note that they left? And she is patting her person to try and look for it.
Okay. Still doing that, you have said they can help themselves, so that's a 17 on investigation, and that's a +2, that's a 19 on investigation. They have found every lost chip in your cupboard. They are chowing down on whatever the hell you have got, like, anything that is opened is probably just being nibbled at by now. That's a nat 20, holy hell.
It's from TOC. She has it exactly where she knows it is.
Yeah.
That is...
She holds it near to her heart.
Mm-hmm. That is her best friend that she definitely doesn't have a crush on. Don't worry about it.
Absolutely not. Even dream of it. Not a thought would cross their mind.
And, yeah, no, they're not going to be home until later tonight. I think they might be watching Victrola.
I'm gonna roll a history. I know it's gonna fail, but I'm just gonna try and do it anyway. Guys, what the hell? Why have you got a 19? Why have you got a dirty 20 in history? Guys, you're getting these rolls for no reason. You're not gonna know because you're not gonna know who Victrola is.
TOC has more than likely talked about them.
That's kind of the thing, though. Since their last encounter with TOC, they haven't really, like, stuck around. They've been around, like, running around doing stuff. Because that's just how they are. So they wouldn't know. With that history, they definitely do not recognise that who Victrola is.
Understandable.
I'm very sorry, Jade. But I will say, they kind of come around the corner, or at least two of them come around the corner. Miney and Mo come around the corner, but you will just see the as Inie's head remains in the kitchen, and you can hear the scarfing down noises of like various grapes and like crisps and probably like a hunk of cheese just getting swallowed down. Don't worry about the state of your kitchen later, it'll be fine, probably.
She doesn't care. She can just go get more.
She's valid. I appreciate her hospitality with these people. Stop.
She's a grandma!
I know, but they're voracious eaters, man. They will eat you out of house and home. They're termites in bird form.
And we love them.
Oh gosh, and they love you too. Maybe. Who knows? We don't know it's them yet. But Miney and Mo are just gonna kind of plump, not on the sofa, but on the floor, next to Juniper. And again, you're just gonna hear like the munch crunch noises coming from the kitchen and say,
Well, it's kind of a shame we missed TOC.
Yeah, there was we kind of missed them last Animus, and they well,
They did kind of help us with a good turn for a gift for somebody, and
it's always polite to return a favour of sorts.
and they're gonna roll Elizabeth 9, and they kind of rummage in their hammer space, or Mo rummages in his hammer space, and Miney looks at Juniper and says, "Actually, it's probably a pretty good that TOC's not here at the moment, because we may have gone a little bit carried away." And as he says that, Mo pops his neck out of the wiry ruff around his pops his head out of the wiry ruff around his neck, and out of that, he pops down with a thunk very heavily on the ground. It seems to be some sort of chest, and you can roll a perception or investigation on that if you want. While he's doing that, mine's... Oh. It sure does be... That's a 7.
It is.
It sure do be a large metal chest. That thing is like cast iron heavy. With the way it thunked against the ground, you know it's heavy. And it's rusted. And where's my list? I had a list. I forgot to get this up. Whoopsie boopsie.
I think she's just shocked by the fact that it's like that heavy and yet also rusted. It looks like you pulled it out of the ocean to her.
Yeah, I mean, don't know. It with a 7, I can't tell you if you would be able to recognise where it's come from, but yeah, it's a heavy metal chest, all right.
Terrifying. Have a nice day.
Don't worry about it, it's fine. I will say at this point, you just hear the zoom as Enie's head comes back from around the corner that was heading towards the kitchen, and there are just like little crumbs of cheese and like potato chips and just fucking, there's a little bit of mustard just smeared on the side of his beak, and he just tries to reach it with his tongue. He's just going like,
Amy, stop it, you're embarrassing yourself. I'm hungry, alright, and she said I can have whatever I want, so I can have whatever I want, and I'm going to have every last drop of it.
And he's just going on the side of his beak.
Juniper is getting a kick out of this.
I'm glad you are. So while that's going on, I was doing a thing. What was I doing? I have a list and I need to get it out.
I am gonna roll a thing for Juniper. That's a 7, hell yeah. She reaches into her mouth.
Oh, I don't think they've seen her do that before.
And she rummages around in there.
That's a win save of a 2 total.
Oh no.
They see Juniper go to reach inside of her mouth, and they're just Mighty and Mo's faces just drop, and they've just like their jaws just tung tung hit the floor, with a familiar heavy thud, similar to the chest. Honestly, that then drops on the floor. And Eni is just not paying attention. His face is turned away. He's still trying to get that little bit of mustard on his beak. He's like, I don't know why I'm making so much noise. Could you keep it down? I'm trying to concentrate. And his eyes are just kind of cross-eyed, trying to reach this mustard stain on his beak, man. He's trying. He's trying. Anyway, please continue with what you're pulling out of your ham space.
She has to reach far down, apparently. It's kind of weird to see this giant Pubby Toon just shove her fist down her own throat.
Yes, it's incredibly weird. Got a 2 on a whiz save. It's incredibly weird. They haven't seen this before.
And she knows it's weird, which is why she doesn't do it that often. And she, with her free hand, she looks nervously at them and just does like what, holds up one finger like, hold on a sec. And she coughs as she finally brings out a wrapped gift.
Oh, a wrapped gift?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna roll intelligence, because there's a 12 minus 1, that's an 11. So they see you bring out a gift, and they kind of squint their eyes, and they're like,
Okay, first of all, I've got to ask, are you alright doing it?
and it just kind of gestures at your fist that was in your mouth.
Yeah, I'm fine. My hammer's... Sorry, that took me a while. I was struggling to find my hammer space, apparently.
Miney squints at you. And she's like,
My hammer space is in here. I have to reach into my mouth to access it. It's a family thing. A lot of the people in my family have this kind of hammer space.
when you say it's a family thing, Miney's expression just kind of clears like,
Right, okay, yeah. Sometimes things are like that, alright. I mean, it's still, I'm not gonna lie, bit weird, but you know what? It's what you do. It's what you do to get your hammer space. And sometimes you can't help it.
I mean, I have heard of an elephant having to reach that.
No, not in polite company, mate. Come on.
I mean, it's not like it's not weird or anything.
Well, it's a bit weird, Mo. You can't just say that in front of people.
And by the time they're having their little argument, Eenie has, you know what? I'm gonna roll sleight of hand. Let's see how Meenie's doing. Eenie, mate. Oh, that is a 10. 4 plus 6. Slight. That is a 10. He has gotten some of the mustard off of his beak, but there is still a large glob that his eyes can't quite see. He thinks he has done it. Like, ha!
All right, okay, so... Oh, you've already given her a gift. Why didn't you tell me that we were doing this? Well, you were busy stuffing your face full of mustard. I wasn't stuffing my face. I finished stuffing my face, and I was trying to get the last of it off. Well, we were a little bit busy, you know, doing actual stuff here.
And I was just sort of sitting here, man, watching this happen, and God.
She doesn't.
Oh,
she
God.
does not mind. She's happy to have the company. Her tail, you can hear it thumping against the couch underneath the blankets.
Oh, I hold her so softly. Mo is probably the only one of the three who is looking at this package, and he looks back at he looks up at Juniper and says, "Hope you don't mind us asking, but who's it for?" And he just lifts up a cannon and like points it. And that stops the other two and say,
Oh, yeah, did you need to deliver that for someone for you? I mean, we do obviously get around, you know, we are rangers after all.
and they once again strike a pose for like a brief 3 seconds before snapping back to the chat again.
I mean, if you need us to deliver that to someone, I mean, we're pretty quick, you know,
So we're far more trustworthy than the post service.
don't even get us started on the post service. Yes, please, whatever you do, don't use the post service. The mice will charge you up the way, so
Don't even start on the pigeons.
oh, don't even start on the pigeons.
Well, I mean, you don't really have to deliver it that far because it's for you.
Roll me insight. They just blink. Blink. You just get, well, actually, you just get 2 blinks. Oh, my word. You get 2 blinks and kind of a shifting of Mo's hair. That's all you get. And they look down at this gift, and they look back at you and say,
Oh, you got us an Animus gift. Alright,
that's a bit... Well, I mean, it would probably be rude to say no to this sort of thing, wouldn't it, first?
well, yeah, you can't really say no to this sort of thing, can you? So, you know, you're a little bit rude.
And they're just gonna kind of slowly reach out with one of their talons, and they're gonna look at you and squint, as if to see if it's all right to take this, before very slowly just pulling it over towards themselves.
Pubby is just like, she's beaming. She sees nothing. She knows nothing. She's happy.
I love her so much. And as they do that, I actually have to roll for this, because, So what's your strength, lads? Cool, that is a 17. So as one of them reaches out their taloned foot to pull the gift slowly backwards, underneath their body, and you just kind of see them sit on it, and you then see the other talon lock behind the chest and with a just push it towards you, and they say,
Well, yeah, you know, we got this thing. We found it, really.
Yeah, we found it out while we were doing explorer work, and we thought maybe it'd be something you and TOC might like. And they just push it over towards you.
All right. Uh, words, man. And she says that, and she had tried to say something, and then she lost what she was saying halfway through. And like it literally was just a brain fart, pretty much. Like there's nothing wrong. She just wait, hold on. Derp of brain.
Oh my word.
I will wait to open this with TOC, and but I'm really excited for you guys to open yours. I know TOC. I think TOC may have. The TOC got so many gifts for people. Goodness. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Go, please, please open your gift. The anticipation is killing me, and she's doing the puppy wiggle of impatience.
At seeing that, they're just gonna kind of look at each other and then look underneath them, and then they're just gonna push the gift back out. And is this like a gift wrapped with like a ribbon and bow, or what does it look like?
It is a fully wrapped gift in yellow and white. With a ribbon and bow and the whole shebang. There's some glitter on it, absolutely.
Oh, okay. I gotta roll a sleight of hand then, because I know what these guys are gonna want to do.
There may or may not also be some like stick-on Animus lights on it.
Ooh.
Animus kind of threw up on that gift.
Nice. Okay, they are going to see all these little details, and you're going to see with an odd kind of precision from them. Juniper, you've only actually seen them sort of look like this once, and that was when there was a giant ooze, kind of swallowing one of your compatriots. If you don't know what I'm talking about, people listening, listen to Art Attack. It was a fun game, and it was so good.
It was. I loved it so much.
This guy was so good, and everyone was good, and it was a good time, and I loved it.
Hell yeah.
The point was, you've only seen this sort of a serious expression, this kind of focus, when they were fighting the ooze. But this focus is directed towards unwrapping this gift, and you see with a weird kind of synchrony, all three heads just slowly dismantle this gift with like perfect precision, or almost perfect precision. They like Eni unwraps the bow and it comes apart smoothly and is laid to the side. Miney kind of like carefully like pulls at the lights, careful to make sure he doesn't actually like bite on any of the bulbs because he's just using his beak here. He's got to be careful. And then you see Mo carefully like plucking at the pieces of tape that are holding the wrapping paper together on this box, and they have disassembled the box essentially and the wrapping paper, and you see each of them take like. You see Mo take the wrapping paper, Miney takes the glowing lights, and Eni takes the sparkly glittery ribbon stuff, and they all shove them into their hammer space. That is going in the disguise kit now. They're keeping those.
There's heck.
That is their gift.
Oh, I just had the cutest image with one of them putting on the ribbon and like either a bow tie or an actual bow on top of their head, which I think is cute as hell.
Actually, you know what? This reminds me. Yep, okay. Eni is about to put the ribbon back in his hammer space, and Mo says, wait, hang on just a second, lad. And he ducks his head into his ruff again, you hear a rummaging sound, and he pulls out from his ruff a weird, phantasmal, ghosty looking top hat. It's got a yellow ribbon wrapped around it. Just like a solid yellow ribbon, which is kind of weird next to the like weird drippy phantasmal hat. And Mo tilts his head at Eni sighs and just hands over the ribbon, and Mo takes the ribbon and wraps it around the other ribbon that's on there. So now they have I'm gonna say for the sake of colour and not having two yellow ribbons, they have got a yellow ribbon and a white ribbon around this hat now.
Ah,
And then they put it on his face.
I love that.
Ooh, I'm gonna add that to my fucking spell list. Yep, not spell list. My inventory. Anyway, the actual gift is probably what we should be looking at.
The actual gift, it looks kind of strange, but it's made of cloth. Roll me an investigation.
Ooh, okay. Come on, lads. What's your investigation? That is a 15. 13 plus 2.
So, what you have here is a sweater made specifically for all three of you. And there's 3 kind of turtlenecks.
Oh my god! Is this a get along sweater? Did you get along sweater?
No! Juniper just made them a sweater.
Oh
Like, it's a really cute, very simple and handmade Animus sweater. And there's another one in there.
Oh?
Yeah, there's another one in there that also looks like Animus threw up on that one. So, like, there's one where it's just, like, the nice, simple kind of design for Animus that you can wear pretty much at any time. But it'll, like, during Animus, it's like, yeah, that's an Animus sweater.
Yeah.
And then there's just the one that's got, like, the blinking lights and, like, all of the colors and so much. It's an ugly Animus sweater, basically.
Incredibly obnoxious sweater.
Yes.
Oh. I've got to write this down. Give me a second. I've got to put this in the inventory right now.
That's not all either.
Oh
There's
my god.
there's 3 different scarves.
I'm sorry, kidding you. Ignore me.
You're good. Each scarf is in their favorite colors.
Oh. Oh my word. Okay.
And they are very soft and thick, so it's going to keep them warm.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Babble. Okay, I've got to tell you why I'm laughing. So, in terms of the scarves, this is not the first scarf that they have received for Animus. They have received, have received 3 scarves from Napster Snooze, which are also kind of ethereal and kind of like plasmatic goopiness that can stitch together into one scarf. They've also got 3 other scarves. I think who were they from? I can't remember who they're from, but they had they got 3 other scarves from another person. And now you've given them 3 more. So now they have a total of 9 scarves, or I mean 7 if you knit one of them together, because one of these can just be kind of popped together as a long staff. They
Fair.
have 9 scarves. My fucking god.
These scarves have little, like, brooches or something similar, like pins, that have a
Ooh.
function that will keep them on. One of them has a small compass
Ooh.
kind of brooch on it to keep it together and on. The other has a kind of clockwork. It has a watch on it, but it's very old kind of clockwork and really pretty, so that you can always tell the time of day.
Oh.
And what on earth would be for the third one?
Let's have it like be a little keyring. Like a cute little keyring.
Hold on. Let's see. The other one has a small set of like, God, what is it called? Multi-tool.
Oh, multi-tool. Ooh. Like a Swiss Army knife kind of deal.
Sort of, yeah.
Oh, that's neat. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I'm
And
gonna look at all of this.
it's encased in like a round and protected brooch kind of thing, so that way like nothing is just gonna fly out and poke you or destroy anything. Like if you poke the top bit of it that is protecting the everything else, including you, it'll pop and then lift up, and that can be how you access the tools inside it.
Ooh, so they're cased as well. Ooh. Oh my gosh, Babble, I love these. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna roll for these lads. Come on, lads. Oh, of course you do. Of course you do. That is a 19 plus 5. That's a 24 performance. Oh my word, you three. They look at these gifts in this box and they pick them up and they like I mean you can roll insight if you want. Actually, what is your modifier for insight? Just to check.
A -2.
You probably won't get this then because they have rolled a 24 in performance.
No. I was going to say like I can try, but I can guarantee you she won't make it. I'm going to try though just to see how dumb she is with this. She is very dumb.
Oh, she's too excited to see them open it, and yeah, you see them open it, and they are excited. They are incredibly excited. They are putting on a goddamn show of this excitement. They are like vibrating, and their eyes are very wide, and they're just like, "Oh, this is fantastic!" And it's just, you know, they're waving around the sweaters. I think Miney and Eni are kind of like tugging one of the sweaters before Mo baps them each on the head to tell them to stop it, you're gonna rip it, and just kind of like heads diving in and looking at all these pretty strong bottom bits.
Oh, I know someone
They are
who.
looking.
That's a 10.
Oh.
That was Binkie's attempt at insight. I don't think she can get a read on them while they're moving around so much.
No, they have basically picked everything up and they're just kind of hopping around your apartment now. They're just like making loud, like, "Oh, this is fantastic," sort of thing. And they're just so excited. They're incredibly excited, man. And they just kind of, in their excitement, they kind of bounce around the room, bounce around behind the sofa, and from behind the sofa they just jump and poof onto the side of the sofa next to you. And they crouch at the edge of that. Their gifts kind of draped over them, like across their back. It's just like free scarves, and they haven't put the sweater on. That's just in a pile on their back. And they look at you and they smile really wide and they say, "Well, we weren't expecting any." Oh my word! Hey, voice, what's going on here? Excuse me. And they just look at you and say, "We weren't expecting anything from you, Juniper. You didn't have to get us anything." "Yeah, I mean, we're all right. It's just, you know, our usual bits. You know, it's this is all right. Yes, this is I suppose very thoughtful. Thank you very much." And they're just, you know, bouncing on the sofa as they look at you.
I'm just really happy that you like it. Goodness. I made them during Halloween because I take off all of October because October is Halloween. It is purely Halloween. And she's so excited about that. But I wanted to make sure that what you got, that what I made you was something special Do you really like it? Do you really like it? And she's doing the little puppy wiggle with big puppy eyes.
She's doing the puppy wiggle. They kind of, it's weird. They kind of imitate her back. Actually, you know what? I need to roll something here because they might actually do something if they don't think about it. Where is your list, guys? What the hell is your list? Why does it keep disappearing on me? Oh, right, let's cast this then. Oh, okay. So, good news, that doesn't happen then. Okay, cool. You just see them kind of wiggle excitedly in front of you, like you see their necks wiggle and their heads wiggle as they look at you and their body wiggles and they're imitating your wiggles and they are very excited looking at you.
Perpetual excitement.
Two wiggly creatures. Two wiggly, excitable creatures on this couch, man. I just imagine the couch is kind of creaking, like as they kind of sort of jump up and down on the one cushion. It's just like as it so just rock backwards and forwards on it, like and as they're doing that, they're saying, "Oh yeah, this is fantastic. You know, if you want, you can open yours now." Yes, I mean, obviously, well. Actually, there's probably a reason we kind of got you this thing in particular, and they won't make you roll insight. They do look a little sheepish as they glance at the box and then glance at you. And if you want, you can roll investigation or arcana on this box.
Well, let me see which one is better for her.
She
has decent arcana, but her investigation is surprisingly better for some reason. What? Why is your arcana a +4, but your investigation is a +5, babe?
That's weird. I thought arcana would be like +8 or something.
Oh wait, no. Her investigation is a +6. Babe.
Okay then. That is. No, roll again with advantage, please. I'm not letting dice possibility you on this.
Never mind, I was wrong. I was on Binkie's.
You're valid, and
I was on Binkie's. It's +5 either way. That's a 23.
Okay, 23?
Mm-hmm.
This thing, as you look at the box, it's kind of surprising how you didn't notice earlier. Although maybe it's not because you had just a very bouncy visitor come in. As you're looking at this box, I will say, like, Eenie, Miney, and Mo are just kind of sitting there looking at you, and I don't know what Binkie's up to, but Mo's just kind of looking at Binkie a little bit, and then between you and Binkie. But, with that, 23, this box is magic. This box is very, very magic. It's very rusted and faded, and most of the things on this box have gone, like, most of the ruins. You can tell that the ruins on this box, they had some nasty little hexes and things on it, but most of those are actually gone now, like they're worn away, so these ones aren't going to be active. But it's not an arcane lock. Luckily there isn't actually an arcane lock on it, but there is like a very heavy, strange kind of lock. It's like a padlock, but it's got no keyhole on it. And if you were to like lift up the back of it, you might find that there is something scratched into the back of it.
Yeah, she is investigating Pubby. She's doing the whole sniffing around it and everything. And Mo, you're looking at Binkie. Binkie is staring right back. It's kind of unnerving, but she's also a robot 2-year-old Pubby. She is... That 30-20 was an insight from her.
Okay. Okay, Binkie. The last time you met Mo, well, you were kind of carrying away a couple of boxes of sludge that Mo had got kind of attached to. So Mo's he's not giving you a stink eye, but he's giving you slightly an almost slightly wary look. And his neck is slightly craned away from you. Um, and it's not dislike that you see. It's just wariness. For some reason, he's just quite wary around you.
That's alright. Binkie is kind of wary around the two of them. I think that with her 10, would you say that she at the very least got that performance was a little too hammed?
Perhaps, yeah. But don't worry about that.
She is worrying about it.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
That's why she's staring so hard.
You're not getting anything, honey. You got the 20 on the insight saying that Mo is a little unnerved around you. And actually, you know what, with that insight, I will say with the other two, you notice they are grinning, and the grins aren't forced, but they're not like they were earlier. Grins earlier compared to these grins, as they're watching Juniper try and open this chest and like sort stuff out and investigate it, it seems like the grins they have now compared to the grins they had earlier, these feel a little more genuine, definitely, than earlier.
This robot Pubby is squinting at the two of them. There is a squint, and Mo, if you're still looking at him, the light bulb on their tail blinks red for a moment, and her ears go back and then forward again. She's picking up shit.
I'm gonna roll inside back to see if you can pick up that she's picking up. That is a... What have you got, lads, in your insight? Tell me. That is a 9. You don't get jack diddly squat.
There could be a lot of reasons that this puppy could be doing that.
I don't know how she's programmed. They don't know what that means.
This puppy seems to be capable of a lot of things.
Yeah. I will say also with that 23 you got earlier, as you're investigating around and you looked at the scratches underneath the lock, and you're looking around the rest of this chest, and some of these scratches seem to match up with some of the marks on this chest.
Ooh, is it a memory game? Is it a memory game? Oh, I'm gonna do that. And she's poking them.
You're poking them. Okay. Let me just check something quickly. Give me a moment.
She has put a glove on for this, by the way, because she's not just gonna touch rusty metal.
She's valid and smart, and I love her very much. You can roll a sleight of hand for me. Oh yeah. I'm very sorry. Oh, okay. Kind of in your excitability, you just kind of bump them around, and nothing really happens. Eeny, Miny, and Mo are kind of just gonna look at you, and then they're gonna hop off the sofa, head around, and they're gonna squint at what you're doing, and then they're gonna say, if you'd like, if you tell us what you want us to do, we can like try and help you out with this. Yeah, you know, I mean, obviously we want you to get this, whatever is up with this thing. You seem to know what you're doing, but if you need the help, yeah, you know, we'll just be here if you need it. And they're gonna wink at, Miney's gonna wink at you and click one of the talons together and point at you, and they are going to cast a bardic inspiration upon you.
Oh,
so you 6. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna have her roll it again because she's excited. She wants to try and figure this out.
Yes. Okay. That's a +6 to that. Oh my word. That's a 9. You do better. You are still so excited. So again, you kind of tap them in an order you think will work, but no, that doesn't do it.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess at least right now you can't quite open it. I mean, you can keep going if you want, and we can roll to see how long it takes, or if you want, I might have an idea as to like how to finish this up with this.
I think after the second try, she's only getting progressively more excited because this is a puzzle now and she's got a vendetta. And she loves puzzles.
Good.
But I think
I'm
she is going
glad.
to wait at this point for TOC to get home so that they can open it together.
Mm.
And
let me see what I got.
so if you want to go ahead and do your thing, feel free.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna roll another hammer space because as they're watching you do it, I'm gonna roll perception quickly for them. That's a 12 plus a 2, so that is a 14 perception. So it takes them a little bit to notice, but they do notice as they took their head up that the sun is pretty low on the horizon right now, and they kind of squint outside and look back at the chests and look around at where they are and back on the roof and then back, or at least back to the doorway they were heading towards the roof and then back to you, and they kind of just do like a big stretch and stand up and they say, "Well, this has been really fantastic, Juniper. Honestly, yeah, it's been really good to see you again. We haven't seen each other for a little while, and it's always good to catch up with people. So it's very good to see you again. But I think with the sun coming down and everything, we might need to head back to camp now. But at least we know where you are now, so we can always pop her in and have a visit if you ever feel like it. And if you ever need any help from your local rescue rangers, just send us a plane or give us a shout in the local newspaper for help, and we'll probably end up coming around if you need it." And as they're saying this, they're just kind of picking up all their gifts and starting to slowly inch their way towards the door.
Oh, no problem. Maybe at some point we could all go to the park together. That'll be fun.
Go to where, sorry?
The park.
Sorry, you keep cutting out. What are you
God
saying?
damn it. Discord, why are you like this? The park.
Yeah. The park. Ooh. Yeah, as you say that, they kind of perk up and they just nod their heads. Yeah, no, it'd be good to go to the park. Yeah, park sounds pretty good, actually. I mean, we're not actually staying in Hillstown at the moment, but I mean, if you ever, we'll be around if you need us. I'm sure you'll probably either hear us. We're not that loud. Oh, we are a little bit loud. We're not that loud. And as they keep shuffling backwards towards the doorway, they just blindly reach back with one of their feet to try and like push the knob or turn the handle down and make their way out. And they're just walking backwards as their heads stay at the door, and you hear the same as their body walks backwards up the stairs, and their necks are just extending along up the stairs, whilst their heads still at the doorway, just saying their farewells to you.
Juniper is so confused. I'm gonna have her roll an insight. That's a 5. She's so blind. Okay. That sounds like a plan at some point. Next time you visit. Otherwise, though, I hope you guys have a good night.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we have a brilliant night. Nothing like a good night under the stars for us. Oh no, yes, absolutely. And they're just nodding their heads, and they're very happy, very smiley and excited. And with a boing, 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 you see their 3 heads just snap around the corner, and you hear the tap tap tapping of feet off the rooftop, and the clatter of the down the stairwell on the side of your building. and they jump off, and they go. And
Binkie
that's
is
what
going to
they
watch
do.
them go.
Oh,
That's in that one.
nice.
She cannot insight a moving target, unfortunately. Apparently.
Go too fast. They're gone by the time you try to find them. You can't really get much, I'm afraid. I'm very sorry, Binkie. I will say for this last bit, because I do want to tell you what you get before we finish up. Roll me just roll me an intelligence check. Okay,
Juniper,
do that with
darling.
advantage, please.
Juniper, my darling.
Hey, okay. So it takes you a little longer than maybe you'd hope to get this thing open. And don't know, maybe TOC comes home, sees what you're doing, and I don't know if they'd help or if they'd watch or if they'd head to bed before the time you're done. But I'd say it's probably late into the night by the time you actually get this thing open, and you just managed to tap all these things in the right sequence at the right time, and with a glow, it's just like, and the padlock unlocks.
Juniper is so fucking excited. She throws her hands in the air like, yes, I did it! And there are happy puppy barks. The happiest puppy.
Excellent. You gonna look inside?
Yes, she is pulling this thing open and shoving her face in there. Very excited, like, what is it?
I'm not gonna make you roll for this because the dice are being bullies. Inside is a whole bunch of old gears, but not rusted gears. They're old in the way that you don't think that anything today is using this kind of cog or gear. There are like spindles, there are weird like metal shafts and poles and such, there are weird slabs that have some interesting like designs on them. You can roll on Arcana on these if you'd like. And it's just a bunch of cogs, gears, and mechanical parts in here. And also just a little note.
And she is reading that note while she looks at this, and I'm gonna have her roll Arcana, which again is just +5. That's 10.
Oh my word, what is Dice Master doing to her today, man? Okay, so with a 10, you can definitely tell these are magic. Those are magic ruins, definitely. You don't recognise some of these. But one of them, you might have to do some research on this, but you get a vague feeling that one of these is like similar to you've heard of these things called tattoos that people get, and you think this particular kind of plate, this little cog, this whatever this kind of thing is, you think that's probably some kind of ruin connected to that, or imitated of it, or maybe just straight up is like a tattoo. You're not quite sure. You probably have to do a bit more research. Yeah, Juniper, you've got a whole rusty old chest full of weird mechanical bits that you don't think have seen the light of day for many years, and they all look in very good condition. And the
She's
note
so
says,
fucking excited.
the note says, hello Juniper, congratulations on finally opening this thing. It took us a little while to get this thing open too, so we thought that we would, make it fun and give you, some fun opening this thing because you're like a alchemist, right? No, and you see the font suddenly changes. Like, no, she's not an alchemist. She's an arcanist, and you see the font change again, and she's like, no, she's not an arcanist. She is a artificer, and you see this go on for a little bit as the font changes backwards and forwards. Before it finally continues and says, we don't know what this stuff is, but we know that you like all this kind of stuff, and we thought you could make better use of it. So, happy owners? Question mark. And then it's not signed with a name. It's just got like 3 prints on it at the bottom of this little note. And that's what you get.
She loves it. She's excited. She is going to put down the note, and she's going to run around in circles on all fours. It's a little haphazard because her hips and knees are bothering her really bad today, apparently. But she's doing it, and she is so excited.
Okay, let me just roll another thing. Okay, so that is so Binkie, you can roll me a quick perception if you want.
Oh, absolutely. Alright, Binkie, baby, what is your perception? Is +3.
And I don't know why.
God,
No,
why, Dice Parser, why are you being mean?
I'm so sorry. Dice Parser's being a jerk, man. What the hell? So you don't see this. You don't hear this. As you guys are heading to bed and you all get like settled down, drifting from outside of Juniper's window, you're not gonna hear this consciously because you're gonna be asleep, but you will hear like kind of in your dreams, kind of the whispers of a tune, of a restful kind of tune, and it's just a song about three heroes going on an epic journey, and it's kind of weird. It's not the kind of music you usually like, but you know, it's okay. It feels nice. And basically, Eeny, Miny, and Mo have just cast a Song of Rest on you whilst you're asleep. You get an extra d6 of healing. Don't ask me where they are. I don't know where they ended up, but yeah, you hear that.
I
And
hold
unless
them
there's
so
something you want
soft.
to do, unless there's something you want to do, Babble, I guess this is where we end it because we've been going on for quite a bit.
I think that's a good place to end it. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. I hold them all so soft.
Yeah, thank you for listening, future listeners and current. And thank you for playing with me, Babble.
Thank you for playing with me, Dew. I love this so much.